Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We have a transfer update for you regarding a player that I've seen play in the flesh and I was really impressed with. And Arsenal are heavily linked with him today. And that is Johan Bakayoko of PSV Eindhoven. 21 years of age, a right winger, and he's just had an incredible season for PSV. Belgium international, of course, PSV winning the title over there in the Eredivisie, and he was an integral part of that, scoring 14 goals and having 14 assists when PSV won the title. Now, big news coming out today from multiple sources, including a publication called Gazette van Antwerpen, who state that Arsenal are the most likely destination for Johan Bakayoko. Arsenal very interested in signing him. And this publication, and as I said, multiple sources saying that Arsenal really keen on the Belgium international. He's currently at the Euros with Belgium. Played only one game for them so far. Didn't play in the game the other night. But very interested, Arsenal, in signing him. Now, we all know that currently Arsenal seem to be in the market for a right winger. The situation, as we know, is we've got a brilliant right winger in Bukayo Saka. But as we know, week in, week out for Arsenal, anytime he goes down injured, anytime he gets a kick, everyone's like this in the stands. They're like, oh, please, Lord, don't let nothing happen to this guy. Because we've not really had a player that can sort of come in and do what he does. Listen, Reiss Nelson's done a decent job, but it looks like Reiss Nelson is going to be moving on this summer. We've seen the rumours that Arsenal looking for about 20 to 25 million pounds for him. There are a lot of teams actually showing an interest in buying Reiss Nelson, so they'll be able to recoup some funds, and they need to bring in someone that can back up Bukayo Saka. Because if anything happens to him, if he's injured, if he's fatigued, just if you want to rotate, you want to bring in somebody, or even someone just to bring off the bench later on in the game. Or, you know, as I said, if he's injured, you need someone of that standing that's going to come in and be a real adequate replacement for Saka. So this guy, Bakayoko, hasn't been identified. I remember seeing him playing against Arsenal, and I was very impressed. At that time, I was not really familiar with him. I remember I was in the stands, I said to Cess, I go, who's he, man? He looks impressive, you know what I mean? And he kicked on last season. He kicked on, as I said, 14 goals and 14 assists. Now, will Arsenal make a move for him this summer? And as I said, it's being reported that they will do. Listen, they're looking at a lot of targets right now. We all know that Arsenal are looking at Nico Williams of Atletico Bilbao, who's got that release clause of £46.5 million, which is doable for Arsenal, no problem. I spoke about on my Transfer Daily show today, Neto of Wolverhampton Wanderers, the fact that Wolves may be willing to sell him this summer and could sell him for around about £43 million. Previously, they've been asking like 70, 80 million. I think they realise they're not going to get that and will be willing to sell him for about £43 million. And now Bakayoko being linked as well. 3 great candidates for that position on the right wing. Now, when I look at all 3 candidates, I think the Bakayoko one, and I can see why Arsenal are interested in him. Just looking at the 3 candidates. Nico Williams, yes, that release clause is doable, but will he want to move from Atletico Bilbao? His brother, Inaki Williams, famously decided to stay at Atletico Bilbao when offered the chance to join Liverpool. The statements that have come out from Nico Williams is that he's very happy at Atletico Bilbao. Certainly he's not making any noises saying that he wants to leave. So there's that. Neto, great player, Premier League ready. Love to see him at Arsenal. Love to see Nico Williams, either of these. But Neto, would love to see him at Arsenal. But there's the question around the injury record of Neto. Even reports today saying that Arsenal would be willing to buy him, but they'd want a full report and assessment on him before even thinking about it because the guy's always injured. He was injured for a big portion of last season as well. £43 million is what we're being told Wolves would want for him, but they may want more. As I said, in January, they were asking for like 70, 80 million pounds. So they may want more than that reported 43 million that they'd be willing to accept. So there's that as well. He'd be quite expensive. So then when you look at Bakayoko and you look at those other two candidates, he's starting to make sense. The other thing I look at as well is that Nico Williams, does he want to come in and play backup to Saka? Because at the end of the day, any of these candidates that are coming in, more or less, Saka's going to be the main man. They'll be the other alternative. Listen, they can move on to the other flanks as well, I guess. But, because both Nico Williams and Neto can play on that left-hand side as well. Bakayoko, I've just only really seen him playing on the right wing. But would Nico Williams, who's of great standing at the moment, Rio Ferdinand saying yesterday that he thinks he's been the best player at the Euros so far, would he want to come in and play backup to Saka when he's got a great career at the moment? He's burst into that Spain team. He's starting to be one of their main men. Would he want to do that? No matter what the fee and wage is, would he want to do that for his career? There's that to be taken into account. Does Neto want to come in and be that second guy to a player like Saka because he knows Saka's going to start? Then you look at Bakayoko, young player, 21, still an emerging player, still an emerging talent. And I guess you can say that for Nico Williams, but as I said, he's sort of got a starring role at the moment for Spain. Bakayoko's not even in the Belgium side. He's played one game at the Euros. Emerging player. He, when you look at it, would probably be more willing to come in, who bees that guy who's the number sort of 2 right winger and grows into it and then maybe is the big challenger for Saka later on down the line. So Bakayoko makes perfect sense. Also, you got to look on it and say that Arsenal will be looking at it and saying, listen, we need a few targets here. Because, Nico Williams will be difficult. Neto could be difficult. Fees, all that. It's good to have different alternatives. And we know that Arsenal have done this brilliantly before in the past. Trossard instead of Mudryk in the end. They're known for being able to have another target in case the main target doesn't come off. Main target in the left-back position was Martinez, who ended up going to Man United. Later on, they got Timber instead. So they're known for having an alternative. And could Bakayoko just be in there as an alternative, or is it a strong link? So we need to bring you guys up to date with that. Once again, multiple sources, including Gazette van der Antwerpen over there in Belgium, stating that Arsenal most likely destination for Johan Bakayoko this summer. He's away with the national team at the moment, Belgium, at the Euros. Would cost around about 40 to 45 million pounds. That is what some of the quotes have been said. But as I said, 14 goals and 14 assists for PSV last season. Still only 21, a young player. So the ceiling is high. The profile fits Arsenal. Let's wait and see what happens. Of course, I'll bring you up to date with everything on Transfer Daily, and anything that breaks or any updates, we'll be bringing it to you here on AFTV. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.